Sorry. I'm gonna play it again, man.
Unbelievable, Joe. You just the wise words of Randy Marsh. I ain't hear no bell.
I didn't hear no bell.
I didn't hear no bell.
You know this from Rocky, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking. Come on, let's say
Randy Marsh.
You know, dude.
From South Park. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the MLO Bros. I'm Isaac. Luke's sitting across from me. Joe's in the studio over here working the computer stuff.
No bell.
We are live in Youngstown, Ohio right now. We will tell you the story here in a short about where we've been, what we've done, how we've handled the situation, and what we will be doing moving forward. That's coming at you here in a second.
We're also talking about Ursulin. I don't care what anybody says.
We can talk about Ursulin. And Youngstown's talk channel is where you are at, what you are watching. You can call in 330-595-1600. Tell us your opinions. Tell us what you're thinking. And away we go.
For those of you, well, we'll talk about it. We have a new page. 77 people watching right now. We have a new page. We can't stream to it yet.
Yeah.
There's like a wait period.
Right.
So we're sharing our YouTube page. You can see it on Youngstown Studio. We need everybody. Dude, first off, we got 2,000 followers in a day. That's kind of impressive, right?
It's good.
Right? That's impressive.
That's impressive.
So, yeah, now we just need to get back to 22,000. That blows.
Well, here's the deal. I think our old page is coming back.
I bet tomorrow. I think it's been a week.
Right? It's suspended. I can still see it. It's not like shut down. They're like grounding us right now. But if you're watching right now, go to the MLO Bros, period.
Yeah.
That's the best thing we could think of, too, by the way.
Period.
Just period.
Because
like,
it's exactly the same. If somebody looks up the MLO Bros, that one should pop.
Right.
It's easy to...
I want to do like MLO Bros 2.0. And then
we could do the Canfield, everything, or the MLO Bros Uncensored 2. You remember when the crazy Canfield people made a page? Everything Canfield Uncensored 2. It's like, what the hell, guys? It's an awesome name, but like, you jumped to Uncensored 2. We accidentally made it a page instead of a group, so we made it Uncensored 2. Like,
so
Return of the
heck
Canfield.
Did you guys do? What the heck?
So I will tell the story. Luke can jump in whenever he wants and tell me I'm doing it wrong. But so a while ago, I think it was either Ursulin or Mooney. It was Mooney.
Yeah.
There was a prom video, and there was a fight at prom. Luke posted the picture of the video of the kids at prom, and his wording was something along the lines of, instead of prom dates, we're taking haymakers to prom or something. Right?
All I said, which was a great line, by the way.
So
instead of prom dates, we're bringing haymakers.
So the problem is, and we didn't recognize until this weekend that video got removed immediately. Facebook,
and it gave us a warning,
and it gave us a very big red flag warning.
Yeah,
Facebook has very, very strong rules against people if you share kids and violence.
Yep.
And if you share it, you can share it, but you have to say this is wrong and like discredit it and say this is wrong. This shouldn't be happening. But if you incite violence and you say you're taking haymakers to school with you, then that is like promoting it. They flagged us for promoting violence within children. It's like Facebook does not screw around with children, right? You cannot. They did not like that.
No.
Then this weekend, Luke, what'd you post, buddy?
I posted a screenshot.
Why did you
blurt it out?
Why did you post it?
Because the parents are freaking stupid.
We're going to talk about that. I think we're going to disagree on this one, buddy. But
do you have editorial control over him, by the way?
Here's the thing with me and Luke since the beginning of time, okay? The MLO Bros is a two-way thing, me and Luke here. Luke goes rogue sometimes, all the time, and he posts, okay, so Luke goes rogue last Saturday because he's mad at the parents because the parents are upset that their football season is over and their kids can't play anymore. And even if they didn't have anything to do with it, they're out, okay, which I don't blame them. But you go and you post a censored picture of the terrible thing that happened at Ursulin with like all the kids' faces blurred out and everything. You can't even really see what's going on.
You can't really even see it.
But,
it could have been a blur.
But parents mass reported it, which I don't blame them. So by the time I see it, because people are reaching out to me like, what the hell is this? I reach out to Luke. I was like, dude, why would you post this? It's kids. We're going to get in trouble. Take it down. So we did that. But the problem is all of those parents at I assume Facebook removed us deplatformed us without telling us what happened.
We still can't see like what
so
happened.
It says we're suspended.
This is all assuming, right?
Yeah,
but we are suspended. It says it's under review.
Right.
It says it should be back.
But it doesn't normally. It suspends us and it tells us what's wrong, why we got flagged, but they didn't. Okay, so we deleted the post like a couple hours after, but by that time, I think enough people reported us from Ursulin, which honestly I don't even blame them at this point.
I do.
So if I gave you a time machine to go back to Saturday and not post that, are you posting it or not posting it?
I wouldn't post the picture.
You would.
Right.
Well, wait. Let me rephrase that.
Okay.
I want to word this properly. I wouldn't post it because we would get suspended. I would post it if we didn't get suspended.
Okay.
How does that sound?
So,
Okay. 100%. I have no remorse.
So here's
Other than the fact, I'm like a kid that gets grounded. It's like, are you upset with what you did? Yes. Why are you upset? Because I got grounded.
okay.
How's that? How's that?
So keep moving here. So we delete the picture. The next morning, like at 2 a.m. or whatever, Facebook pulls us down, suspends us. Doesn't tell us why. Doesn't tell us what we did. Doesn't say anything. Just, hey, you're suspended upon review. We'll get with you in 4 to 7 days. It's like, what? So I think they did that because we had already deleted the post and they had nothing to report because we deleted it. So I don't think they gave us a reason because we already took it down and we're just like, what are we're driving in the dark here, Facebook. So here's the other thing that's really interesting about Facebook's business model when it comes to people that have a following. So Facebook wants you to get that stupid blue check mark by your name.
Yeah, dude, it's a money thing.
This is where it becomes a money grab. I'm not saying what Luke and I, when we posted that, it wasn't wrong because I think it was wrong looking back. Luke can think whatever he wants. But here's the thing. Here is the business model of Meta, which is actually a really good business model, and it grabbed it. They got us by the throat, and there's nothing we can do about it. So they want you to get that blue check mark. It's how much per month? You guys know?
$8.
No, it's 140 bucks for the business
month.
For the business check mark.
one. You can get a personal like you have on your
Yeah.
page. It's $8. The business one is $149.99 a month.
So me and Luke are like,
but at this point, it's worth it.
right. So me and Luke are like, screw you, Facebook. I'm not paying $150 a month for Meta. Like, we're gonna give that money back to when we get money. We give it. We sponsor football teams. We sponsor Joey Midlet cheerleaders. We sponsor. So we sponsor all these different things. Like we don't take a paycheck. We just give it all back to different community things. There was a golf outing the other day for Joe Midlick, Cowboys something. I forget what it's.
We sponsored that.
We sponsored that.
Yeah.
So we do like $200 sponsors. We're going to sponsor Austin Town. A teacher reached out to me yesterday for like $200.
Yeah.
So we just toss all the money back. So it's like, why would we get this stupid check mark? Like, what's the point? That check mark on Facebook as a business allows you to have a representative for when you get removed from Facebook. You have a point of contact.
Yep.
And you could say, hey, Mr. Point of Contact, our page got suspended. What do you want us to do to get our platform back? So in this situation, we could have reached out to that person. Hey, you got to take these classes about how you're not allowed to post kids on Facebook or whatever in violence or whatever. And we'll go take the classes or whatever. I'll sit through it and just hit the skip button real fast over and over and over. And they give us our platform back.
Right.
Okay. So think of that business model. We didn't want to do that. And they're basically grounding us because we didn't get that blue check mark. And now they're like, oh, you don't have the check mark. You can't communicate
Literally,
with
that's
anybody.
what they say every time.
Sucks to suck, guys. Maybe pay the $150, which we are now back against the wall. Going to have, as soon as we get our platform back, going to have to buy that blue check mark so that this doesn't happen.
We have the check mark on Instagram because it's only like $15 a month.
Yeah.
And I reach out to them and talk to them. And every response they gave me was, well, if you were Meta verified on Facebook, we'd be able to help you. I'm like,
so
mother,
those,
like,
those, that it's It is a business model.
Oh,
and they got us by the balls.
100%.
Yeah, and there's nothing we can do.
So
we wait till I think tomorrow will be 7 days. I bet they'll tell us what we got to do tomorrow.
We'll see. Again, it's fine. What's funny is they thought they could push us down like I said, in one day, we got 2,000 followers on their new page. How long did it take us to get 2,000 followers like 5 years ago? Forever?
Yeah, right.
Forever. I was talking to Jeremy from American Pizza Brews. He's like, dude, you got 2,000 followers already.
Yeah.
Now, again, it's not 20,000, but
right.
Here's the thing that these people don't realize. We have our groups.
Right.
Which has like 50,000 people.
Right.
So guess what? Our word, our mouth, you're not going to silence us. We're not going to go
because
away.
We just shared, even if we don't have a following on our page, we just shared it to all the groups.
And then we'll just keep making new pages. It doesn't matter.
Right.
The thing that we have to do though is with our followers, it's like we need a way to talk to them if we get shut down again. That was the problem. It was like I couldn't. And then I'm not going to lie, followers. I know some of you guys were like messaging. Isaac and I decided to be little brats and not respond intentionally just to drive you guys.
We were like fishing. We're like Isaac, because totally selfish reasons. I had like 1,000 people follow my personal page.
Exactly.
And like
such brats.
Wow, that was kind of cool.
Such brats.
I did like that.
And then so like we get suspended, and then like all of a sudden he's like, where are you guys? I can't see you.
Yeah.
And then like our Instagram and our TikTok, all of a sudden I'm like, well, I might as well just ride this out a little bit. So then you're just in the water, you got the line, and they're like, where you guys at? Just reel them in. Just keep paying attention. Keep paying attention.
On Wednesday, I was going to tell you not to pick up your phone, and I wanted to call your voicemail and say the mailbox is full.
We should have done it.
Or like picked up the phone and been like, Luke, where are you? I'm actually in South Africa right now.
I'm on the
I've escaped the U.S.
Joe said lawyers, guns, and money. I need help.
I have been abducted.
Then I started sending out I started making all those little things, like those things to tease people. Like, did you see my one video where I blurred out? I was like, "Help me!"
Right. all of the rumors that you heard, I heard some juicy ones. I heard the parents are suing us.
Yeah, we got a cease and desist letter.
We got a cease and desist letter. The Ursulin parents are suing us, bro. Sue us. We have an LLC set up.
We have nothing.
We have no money in our LLC because 1,000 times over, we never take a paycheck. We sponsor different groups and different organizations in different schools.
Right.
So you want to take our couple $100? Go ahead, but you're taking it away from people in the community, good kids in the community. So we talk a lot of crap, but we do a lot of good. Yeah. So if you want to take the couple $100 that we have in our bank account, by all means.
Let me ask you a question. Here's my question, Joe, and you can answer this too. What's amazing to me and what really set me off, and I handled it, I should have just ignored it. These freaking parents blaming us directly for what has happened to their football season. I mean, literally, there are posts like Tito Brown's wife,
right?
Who and it does end up his kid does play football, by the way.
Right.
I mean, it is confirmed now. At first, it was rumors because it's funny as if you look at the lawsuit, you see a lady named Brown, and then you see unknown father. It's freaking Tito, which I didn't know. I didn't want to make that assumption.
Okay, so here's my argument for you. So I agree. I think that the parents should not. No, I don't think they should blame us. You have to realize that if Ursulin would have gotten out in front of this, they could have handled this differently, and it wouldn't have. It was national news yesterday, and we were blocked for 7 days, so that wasn't our fault. It made national news yesterday.
Yeah,
your organization, your school made the wrong choices. We just talked about it. We talked about public information. So, but here's the thing. Here is the thing. If your kid was on the football team and he had nothing to do with it, the season gets canceled because a bunch of other schools said, we're not playing you, we're not playing you, we're not playing you. Now the season is canceled. Would you be upset?
I would be upset.
Yes.
At the coaches and the school.
Okay. It is only human for them. They can't do anything about school, obviously. It's Ursulin, and they never take blame for anything. as a parent, you're going to be looking for an enemy. And you see all this shit being thrown at the wall by us. I don't blame them for being mad at us, but they have to realize that it's not us. Like it truly isn't us.
They truly believe it's our fault. Now,
they want an enemy. They want an enemy.
But here's what it comes down to.
I really don't blame.
Here's what it comes down to. With them blaming us,
right?
Okay, with them blaming us and saying you guys are responsible. And by the way,
which is not true. How is that our fault that all that shit happened?
Because it's almost like. Because they're blaming us for bringing attention to it.
Right.
For bringing attention to it.
Hey, just so you guys know, the news shared
Alex. Look at what Alex
the legal docs too.
Right. But there's somebody in this room that didn't take any shit for it, and he's been involved with it the entire time.
Right. Freaking Joe.
What?
God damn it, Joe.
How am I getting blamed?
Because you're streaming us live every day, and you don't get nothing happens to these young.
And the thing is, they say in their posts, like I read all their posts, like you did all these terrible things, you caused this to happen, and you don't care about all the kids that aren't involved. I have said, obviously none of these people watch our podcast.
No, obviously they do. They do, but they're just
because here's the thing. Since day one, they want to hear. Since day one, I have said I feel bad for the band kids. I feel bad for the cheerleaders. I feel bad for the football players that weren't involved. I think that taking the kids that weren't involved, that like kept their mouths shut and were just nervous about like, hey, I don't want to snitch. I think that like there are people online that are like, no, Ursulin needs to burn to the ground. Ursulin's football season needs to be over. Like, I don't think that was right either. I think that all those kids that didn't do anything, that were too scared to speak up, like you can't blame them, because I remember being a kid and looking up to seniors and stuff popping up and not saying anything because I was, number one, scared, or I was afraid of embarrassment, or I was afraid of like all these different things. You can't blame those other kids. And I've said that from the beginning, okay? So obviously they don't know my opinions.
I made 3 freaking videos, one by myself saying, don't go after the other kids.
Right.
But they're still saying, and they're also saying, there's one crazy freaking lady on there saying, we attacked, like literally, we attacked her child personally. We didn't even say a name of a kid. Here is
what I will say. And I had this conversation about a variety of different topics with my barber, where I get most of my awesome venting out is with my barber. At what point are all the people on Facebook that are against Ursulin and you who are now against the parents kicking a dead horse? Like, you've won, man. You can't. The football season is canceled. Ursulin's okay. I know. I'm just saying.
I didn't want
Ursulin's football season's done.
That wasn't a win or a loss. Okay. I didn't want that.
Okay.
All we did was announce what was happening and talk about it.
Okay.
That's it.
But
there was no winning or losing.
The football season's over. They lost their football season.
Right.
Okay. They're being punished. We're going to continue down the road of beating the living crap out of the dead horse, or are we going to, okay, Ursulin, move, like, you got national attention, like, fix your issues.
Yeah.
Like, I don't, like, what else do the people want to do to Ursulin?
Dude.
Like, cancel the school? Like, are we burning the school? Like, the horse is dead. You won. It's the same thing.
But the people, the parents, they keep bringing up. They
like I said,
the horse and they bring it back up. They were on the news the other day in like a meeting with the parents with some assistant coach, right? Literally on there saying it's not fair. Fine, it's not fair. A mom was on the news, literally saying these kids or the other teams canceled. This is a quote. The other teams canceled because they're afraid to play us. That was a mom on the news saying that. I will defend them again. Oh my God, you're annoying.
I know I'm annoying. You can say I'm annoying. I don't care. They are looking for an enemy because they're pissed because they're poor kids. You're losing out on money opportunities, scholarship opportunities for kids that weren't even affected. For kids that didn't even do anything.
6% of kids get 6% of people.
Yeah, I understand that. You're arguing that none of their kids are going to get scholarships.
Cool,
but they still could have. You're missing out on your senior year of band, senior year as a cheerleader, all of those kids. I feel bad for them. Have some freaking heart.
I do feel bad for. I've said this and said I feel bad for the kids, but the parents are literally making it worse now. They're making it worse,
and I don't think that's right either. But at what point do the people of Youngstown say, "Hey, the horse is goddamn dead. Maybe we move on to something else"? It's the same exact thing as Charlie Kirk dying, and the left dancing on his grave, because it's like, you called him a Nazi. You freaking killed him. Yeah. He's goddamn dead. He got shot in the neck in front of thousands of freaking people. He's dead. Okay, you won the war. Okay, can you just have some goddamn humanity for his family?
There was
instead of dancing on his grave. What are we doing? When are we like? Can we please have a little bit of like?
At what point? We were never humanity. At war with anybody, Isaac.
No, I know that.
That's the thing. You're saying we were at war, like, and there was no war. There's no.
There are people out there. There are still people out there that are going to push this and say, no, Ursulin needs to shut down. No, all of those kids that didn't stand up and say something need to like. I'm happy that the season is canceled. Like, I don't agree with that at all.
Yeah, I don't either. I write that down. I don't agree with that at all. The problem is, I think people still want the bishop. Well, Ursulin's not doing itself any favors either, because we never talked about it.
They've freaking backed up and said, "Hey, don't let Facebook control the narrative." Like they're subtweeting us or quote, like they're like tweeting at us, like saying that it's our fault. It's like, dude, when is leadership going to realize that they could have handled this completely different?
They're still doubling down. Yeah. The bishop was like
we're not going to talk in that national news that national news article from NBC or whatever. Yeah. The bishop's like, we're not going to communicate with the media and let them decide what's happening.
They keep doubling down,
dude. If you just communicated from day one,
they don't think they truly don't think they did anything wrong. The arrogance of those people in charge of that school, and I'll say that all day. They are arrogant. They are cocky. They truly believe they did nothing wrong with communication. So unbelievable.
So the problem is now, like, I truly think, like, season's canceled. You know, they screwed up. There's going to be a court battle. There's all this stuff's going to ensue. If more information comes out, like, yeah, we'll talk about it. But the horse is goddamn dead, people. Put down your pitchforks and your torches and go the hell home.
The band booster treasure is sad because they lost concessions revenue from our scheduled home games, but the safety of our kids and fans is first.
Right. And by no means am I saying that stuff that happened wasn't awful. It was terrible. But like, I don't want to make the parents more angry and make more enemies.
It was fast.
I don't want to make more enemies because and like put a bigger target on our back, because the parents need to realize the enemy isn't us. The situation was handled incorrectly. That's who your enemy is.
They don't think anything went wrong though. You understand that,
and I understand their plight at the same time. I understand why they're trying to just grasp at straws for whoever they can be.
They don't think the school did anything wrong. They don't think the coaches did anything wrong.
I don't think that's necessarily true.
It is. They said it in the. You need to watch the interview. They literally said that. They literally say that in the interview. They also said that some of the parents were insinuating that nothing wrong even happened on the trip.
Yeah, it was handled. I saw a little bit of that. It's not as bad as you think it is. And then that's when you were like, here's a picture of what happened. It's like that's stupid.
I mean, that's literally what they were saying.
From what the lawyer said alone, the videos that they have, we will see what happens in court. But I don't think the right play is saying it's not as bad as what you think it is. I don't think that's the correct play either.
That's what they're saying. It's just like you said. It's almost like it's like an animal that's in a corner and it's just scrapping. Scrape in and try to.
And it's only so when people came to me and said you don't know the whole story, what could they be alluding to that we don't know?
I asked that and they won't say. So we've had people say, "Oh, you don't know the whole story." Okay,
I've heard.
They don't say anything.
And here's the thing: I don't want to attack like a victim. I don't want to attack a victim. I don't want to attack parents of victims. I don't want to. But like, I have heard that it's a money grab. Because all it is a money grab. And I'm like, dude, there's a video though. Like, it's a money grab, like, but there's a video.
I had people saying, and if you watch the interview that we had with what was it? I almost said Chandra Gupta. It's not Chandra. With Chandra. He literally, I was like, dude. So people are saying your description in your court docket is incorrect, and that's not. It's too detailed. It's not when. And he literally said, if I didn't describe it the way it is, I could lose my license.
Right.
Or my, or be debarred or whatever it is, because those are going to go to court and people are going to see it.
Right.
They're going to know if it's real or not.
And here's the thing, like we've said from day one, if it's not that bad, okay, if it's not that bad, like they're describing in those court documents, if Ursulin would have gotten out in front of it, communicated and said, hey, this stuff happened, we're investigating it,
that's what
there are claims that this and this happened, and given more information to the public, and immediately said, instead of boys being boys, we are interviewing coaches, we are interviewing kids, we are doing all these different things to make sure that your kids are safe.
Let me add, while our investigation is going on, the players that are suspected will not be playing.
Right.
The coaches are suspended.
Right.
Until the investigation is complete.
Right.
But as a parent, if you got rumor that something was happening at your kid's school, that's exactly what you would demand.
You'd have to suspend.
But they didn't do any of that.
Yeah, we're carrying out an investigation. We're suspending coaches. We're suspending these kids from playing, and so that everybody's safe until we figure it out. We're going to try and do it as fast as possible. You could even say we understand.
We reported it to the police. We've done this. They didn't do any of that. They tried to sweep it, man.
Right, and you could say, hey, we have high expectations for our football team. We know they're going to do good, and we know everybody's excited. But kids come first.
Yeah,
they didn't do anything
like they did the typical Catholic Church.
Sweep it under the rug.
Rug.
So we have said if they would have done that, there wouldn't have been this blowback. But they didn't.
Right.
And that's why there's national news articles being written yesterday.
Yeah, not us, by the way.
Yesterday.
We've been gone for 7 days.
I'm doing sniper watch, by the way, just so you know.
Scan building rooftops.
Rooftops, all good. We're clear.
We're good.
Clear.
I bet that's about 400 yards.
Bravo team. Check rooftop.
I'm going to start my freaking handgun in my back pocket, or in my freaking walking around in here.
Okay. So I want to move on, and being platformed individuals who are just deplatformed, I want to talk about Jimmy Kimmel. I want to move on to national news, and
I have one more thing to talk about.
What do you want
before we go?
What do you want to talk about
before we go? I just want to double down on this. Why did we get deplatformed and Joe didn't?
I insulate myself from your insanity.
No, it's because you posted that picture. You freaking dingus!
Okay,
what are you talking about? Why did Joe didn't post a picture of kids when we were warned to not post pictures of kids?
Why is Joe not taking flack from everybody else? Why are we the only ones? Why is the news not taking flack for sharing everything? The news had a podcast on it. Did you know that? WFMJ had a podcast on Ursulin.
He just told you. The picture is what did it.
No, I'm not saying that.
What did it?
No.
You don't post that picture, you're not deplatformed.
Even before the picture.
Yeah.
Even before we were taking blame for it.
Mm-hmm.
That picture was a response because that was my response to them blaming us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They've been blaming us since the beginning, and I don't know why.
Right.
Why did WFMJ? Why did the national? Why is it? Oh, Ron Verb was talking about it. Why are
he was talking about us?
No, it was talking about Ursuline.
Right.
And saying it was terrible. The Catholics saying the same exact stuff we did. Why are you and I the cannon fodder?
I think it's
Can you explain it?
I think it's because of we have our opinions, right? I think it goes back to, like, we've talked about other schools that have done stupid shit in the past.
Let's preach.
But I think it's because we're growing, and a lot of people are starting to realize who we are and talk about us, and we're growing within the community. And there's something about this Youngstown mentality of they don't think people should be watching us because we're just talking heads or whatever. And there is something about Youngstown mentality of these two have no business doing what they're doing. Nobody knew who they were before the MLO Bros. They should stay in their lane and not be doing this, and they have no right to have the popularity that they have.
Is that it?
And it's
Is that
it?
it? What is it,
I
Joe?
think it's an ego
He's
thing.
absolutely right.
Youngstown has-
uncontrollable. There's nobody that can have any kind of leverage over the two of you.
No.
So it
No,
drives
it's
me
not.
crazy.
100%.
And people love. It's just like that monologue at the end of Air about Michael Jordan. People love to hate on the rising star and then try and get them to fall. And that's what in that quote they talk about Michael Jordan. They're like, when Michael Jordan got into all the shit he got into, and he had his fall from grace, and he left the NBA because his dad died.
Yeah.
They're like, people want you to fall
Isn't
because
that
they
funny?
love
It's
seeing
crazy.
it because it makes their ego happy.
The other thing that's amazing is
Because they
too,
knew all along that
we
you
had,
guys
like-
were pieces of shit.
So our other haters from like years ago, like former haters and current, like always hated us since like the
Yeah.
beginning.
Right.
They were like calling for lawsuits on us.
Right.
The one was like, oh, we do. The Lynn Morrow, the Mahoning County prosecutor, they were calling
Yeah.
for her to sue us for obstruction.
Yeah. That's not
There's this.
Do you think we could get fined for obstruction?
No, you toe the line. But you're not close
So,
enough to be.
obstruction.
Yeah, you get close, but
Come
not close
on.
enough.
Like,
Oh, that person
like-
hung up.
Hey,
You got to call back if you want to talk.
hey, like you sue us, like we don't have any goddamn money.
But
Like,
it doesn't
what
even
are you
matter
gonna, what are you gonna do, bro? We'll just file bankruptcy and start over. Like, we don't have any money.
But obstruction, like how do we obstruct anything? Is it that like if the prosecutor came after us, right?
Okay, so let me paint this.
It's all public
So
information.
what?
too.
But once it goes legal, and you have the representative for the people that are filing the suit,
Yeah.
and they give you information that may skew the information that the prosecutor hasn't presented as well,
Okay.
you could be pro the defendants, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
or the
Yeah.
litigation side. So I can see where you guys could get in the way by arming juries to have a little bit more of a
That's not
bias.
obstruction.
I know, that's what I'm saying. You guys aren't close enough to be that, but it's in the territory where I could see someone could claim it if they had an objection.
I mean,
But I told like at the same time, if I had a kid, like, and I was backed into the corner, I'd be looking for anybody I possibly could to blame for
Yeah.
my kid losing the season. I totally get it. I totally get it.
but for the prosecutor to come after us, let's just say that, like they said, oh, you guys are doing this. You couldn't do it because it's a First Amendment thing. We're
Yeah.
allowed to say what we want. We're not spreading false information. We're not defaming anyone. They'd have to prove that we cost them money. Like it would be impossible. Like you know what I'm saying? Now,
But if the person filing the suit armed you with information that you couldn't just dig up on your own, then I can see that you were sort of like joining a team from
But
their
I just sat
their
here.
end.
I just sat here for almost 37 minutes and defended the parents. Like and like
That's what I'm saying. Like, you guys are still good.
yeah,
You're
I don't
staying
see
on the
that
right
ever.
side of this, but you're getting close, which is making people uncomfortable.
I just think it makes people uncomfortable. That's the problem.
That's it.
It's all it is. It's uncomfortable. They don't like us talking about it.
let's take some comments. Alexander says, "Glad you're back." Brian says, "No, sweep it into the confessional, just as they have for decades." Laura says, "Can you stop? Because you won't stop, and they obviously don't like your opinion."
That's what it is.
Melanie says, "It's because you are able to be reached, and trying to call the news stations, you have to go through a ton of people. Plus, social media goes to you, not someone in charge of your social media. You'll never be Jim Low." Alex says, "You'll never be Jim Lowboy and Len Rome."
I love.
I respect
Jim Low.
Jim Lowboy's awesome.
He's my favorite.
He's awesome. Michael A says, "Bros, only Isaac can be compared to Jordan. Definitely not Luke."
I'm pretty damn good at basketball, Mike. Thanks, though.
But you're as good as Michael Jordan.
No, I mean, I'm like Shaquille O'Neal.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, yeah, I just
One more time. Hey, if you're watching, please follow us on Facebook. We have 200 people. Go to the MLO Bros. Period.
yeah.
Oh, and another thing.
What Michelle says, transparency is everything. That's what we have said from the beginning of our goddamn podcast. That's why we started this.
Yeah.
We talked, we freaking grilled West Branch, transparency. We grilled Poland Village, transparency. We grilled Ursulin, transparency. That's what we've said. Any type
Should we
of
keep
management,
going?
any type of community leadership,
Boardman,
they're not
Struthers.
transparent. Youngstown is in the
Youngstown.
shitty situation it's in because they don't communicate and they're not transparent.
Oh, there's a
You want change within our community? That's what happens. Transparency.
So
That's what needs to happen.
You mentioned the Jimmy Kimmel thing about deplatforming, cancellation, whatever.
That's different.
And I'm going to argue with you conservatives about that today, and I'm excited about it.
Where's the conservatives? Like
You
point
two.
at them.
You two.
Point
You two.
out.
You two
What the heck?
You two are more conservative than I
I
am.
took a test and it said I was more liberal than you were.
I didn't ask me the right questions.
I literally said I was more liberal than you.
Okay, so you.
I want to set the pins. I want to set the pins.
No, I want to
You-
first.
Go ahead, Joe.
So I think.
Oh, I'm sorry, Joe. I forgot this was your show. Go ahead, Joe. I didn't hear no bill.
You want me to go? You want me to sit off to the side? You come take the seat, Joe?
See this button over here? I'm in control.
Go ahead, Joe.
Just
I'll let
understand.
Take this call.
No, I am saying stuff. You gotta defer.
Joe, okay, first off, settle down.
BJ, can we get Joe calm down? In here,
DJ,
please?
you want to give him 5 minutes timeout?
Yeah.
Stop yelling at me.
Somebody
Okay,
suspend
Facebook.
Joe's
Okay,
microphone.
Meta.
Somebody suspend Joe's microphone.
All right, thank you. Caller, I'm sorry. Thank you for
trying
being
to get Joe to do it.
Thank
Caller.
you
He'll
for
flip
being so
over.
patient. Joe, go ahead. You have the stage.
Go ahead, Joe.
You guys will survive. You got deplatformed. You have other platforms to be able to make your voices heard. But think about the people that are smaller than you, that don't have the following, that a media outlet could basically hit that mute button and there's no recovery. They're just silenced forever.
That's crazy.
Dead. And they don't have the microphone that we have. They don't have they have no ability to fight back.
Yeah.
So we'll get to that in just a second and we'll talk about Kimmel, but let's take this call real quick.
All right, caller, you are on.
It's just Isaac. It's just Isaac. I thought
What up?
Hi, Isaac.
Hi. I'm just calling about the Ursulin thing. And I was just wondering, like, at what point do you think you guys are going to take the stance of being, like, devil's advocate in regards to the other side of this? I mean, obviously, criminal charges weren't found to be, able to be charged, so it turned into a civil suit, which is probably why nobody on the other side is talking in regards to this. I know you don't want to attack, a victim or a victim's mom, but obviously there has to be another side of the story out there that people don't feel safe talking about due to representation or some sort.
Fair. I mean, but for the record, though, and I do ask for updates every now and then, Youngstown is still investigating. Like, so the criminal charges and the other towns where they did it in the other states where they were at when the alleged stuff took place, those towns are also still investigating.
That's what the lawyer said when we interviewed him last Friday.
So
is that
criminal
there's still
charges still
investigations
could
going
come
on.
down. I mean, just to set that straight. I
But
mean, 100%.
what?
So then you have to understand why the other side of this isn't talking, why they're not able to give their side of the story. So you keep saying, we keep asking, like, what's going on? Well, obviously, they're remaining quiet in order to defend themselves. So they're not going to speak out, and the school's not going to speak out, more than likely because it involves the majority of minor children.
I agree with that now because the sharks are in the water. There's possible that 100% now they have to stay quiet. I 100% agree with that. Okay. And I mean, and we've said that. It's like, when they release their letter, that's obviously a lawyer saying that stuff. That's not the bishop or anything else like that. Our stress for the communication was in June and July
when we first brought this up.
When they first brought it up, when it first went down.
Parents first reached out to us.
Yeah, the school should have been more transparent, should have been more, not even descriptive. I know as a school you can't get into like super descriptive, but they could have announced, because it's happened in the past with other schools, what they did, what they're doing. They've suspended the coaches while the investigation takes on.
And I 1000% agree that in the beginning, the school could have been more transparent. Yep. However, there is a level of responsibility that they have to hold in order to keep both the victim and also the alleged children safe in this situation, because they're all minors.
Yep.
Right.
So should they have put something out in the beginning that said, we had an incident and we're investigating it or whatever? Absolutely. But from there on out, I mean, their responsibility is to also, until people are prosecuted and it goes through court is to protect the minor children that they are responsible for.
Yeah.
So I just think that you know, it would be more fair if we went from here on out instead of, you know, we only have one side of the story.
Correct.
It could be the truth, or it could be a complete fabrication, or it could be 50-50.
Right.
But either way, we need to be more transparent in the fact that this is the information that we have, but there could be another side to this once this rolls out in court, instead of, you know, the internet, you know, you get that mob mentality once you get on the internet.
Right.
And some people are just, you know, some people will believe anything they read on Facebook without investigating whatsoever. So that's how that type of thing happens.
I guess.
When we're constantly saying, like, I understand that there's videos and things, but there's also got to be another side to the story, you know, and nobody's going to speak out on that.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Have you seen any of the video?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. See, the one video we got sent was, and it was a light one according to the lawyers.
Yeah.
They said there's much worse, and we talked about it. It was bad.
Yeah, it's not good.
But here's my thing is that if you guys are talking about how bad this video is, why are you accepting and viewing videos that people are being charged with potentially criminally and in the foreseeable future, for sure, civilly, for what could potentially be child abuse or pornography? And then speaking on it, like, you know, the majority of the people are not aware of what's in the video because they would never open it as a responsible
According
adult.
to a lawyer we talked to with the video that was sent to us, as soon as I got it, I called him. I said, this is what we got. Is it bad? Will we get in trouble for seeing it? He said no, because and I sent it to him, and he said no.
There are more than one video.
So then how can you be blaming minor children who are sending this video back and forth to each other?
Because there's worse videos. Because there's worse videos than that. There are several
but they're being in trouble for the behaviors of all of the videos.
Correct.
So you know, potentially in the future, you know, despite what your attorney says, there is a potential that you could be prosecuted for receiving and viewing child porn.
No, it wasn't child porn, the one we looked at.
No.
So you're saying if I watch 5 videos, if there's 5 videos out there, 4 of them are bad and the one's good. If we only watch the one that isn't, we're guilty?
How did you know that it was the one that was good?
Because I talked to the lawyer. I talked to the lawyer of the case.
Good. Luke. Let me talk. Okay.
Just trying to
say, I know what you're trying to say and what you're trying to do, and I understand your argument. But we had a lawyer call us immediately because we said on Facebook we saw the video. If you have a video sent to you on Facebook,
you're gonna open it.
You're like from Messenger. Hey, here's a video.
So here's devil's advocate.
I didn't save it. Okay, hold on. No. Let me finish. Can I please finish? Hold on. So, if you are sent a video on Facebook and you open it and you don't save it to your phone, you don't do anything, is in the past, according to past precedent, is that person legally in trouble? Like I could take that video and share it to everybody on planet Earth. Those are the people that get in trouble, not the people who just receive the video. Like, what the hell is this? What are you sending me? So, and that was just one. As we've talked about with the lawyer, I had lawyers call me that threatened me, and they said, Isaac, if you have this video on your phone, some of the
bad videos,
if there's any type of child nudity at all whatsoever, if you have it in your messenger, you have it on your phone, you are on an FBI watch list. Please tell me, Isaac, that you can I please finish?
Here's the thing, though.
Can I please finish?
Ma'am, if it was a good video or a bad video.
Ma'am, let me finish my part, please. Thank you. Then you can talk. Okay. So If a lawyer tells me, Isaac, you're on an FBI watch list if you have nudity on your phone, I tell said lawyer, I don't have nudity on my phone. I don't have anything saved on my phone. I have one video that doesn't have any of that in. Okay, Isaac, you're good.
Yeah, I mean,
It's in my messenger. It's in my messenger.
So
It's not from a parent or a victim, somebody.
That you think we're doing something wrong and trying to make us look bad, but we're not.
Okay,
I mean,
so go ahead. Go ahead. You have your time. Go ahead.
Raising your voices and screaming is't going to make.
Who's raising her voices?
Hold on.
But what I'm saying is that you guys are putting children in a bad light for the exact same thing that you guys did. How did they know that the videos that came through on their phone was a good video or a bad video? So it's okay for you guys to receive videos and you can view them because someone told you that it was good or bad. But children who snap each other back and forth 1,000 times a day are going to open what they get on their phone.
We never.
So that means, and they're not going to consult with their attorney before opening.
We have never.
So that's where this whole thing gets carried.
We have never said.
You guys are told what's good or bad.
We have never once.
But children are not.
Ma'am, let me talk. We have never once said anything about kids receiving the videos. We've never once said that.
Because you said that they all received it, so therefore they knew, so they should have told.
Ma'am, when did you say?
Okay, wait. 100% they should have told. If I get a questionable video, any questionable video, you should call. What's the first thing we did when we got the video? Lawyer. Those kids should know. But we're not blaming those kids that just received the video. We never have. We never have. Our focus has been on the church, has been on the diocese, and has been on the coaches.
And leadership.
And the leadership. We haven't even said the names of the kids.
How do you 100% know that the adults or coaches, with 100% certainty, know that the adults or coaches on that trip knew what was going on? Is it because he said so or because there's proof?
The coach literally said, one of the coaches literally said they knew what was going on. It made national news because his response was boys will be boys, in quote unquote.
That was a quote that the mother gave over a telephone call, not any type of written paper trail. So that is an alleged response that the mother gave. How can you 100% say that that was actually said that way?
Because
or if it was said in, for sure.
Have you listened to us talk about this before?
Unfortunately. But
okay,
what I'm saying
no, stop. I'm not done.
You said, no. You said
if you keep interrupting me, man, we're going to hang up on you. Stop interrupting.
Let her go. Just let her go. It's fine.
The court docket. We have quoted the court docket.
The court docket is from the mother's
I know that,
perspective.
and we've said that since the very beginning. We literally said when we were reading the court
docket. So that's not 100% proof.
Jeez,
that is an allegation given by the mom.
Let me ask you another question. How are you connected to this? You won't say though, right?
What?
How you're connected to Ursulin or the coaches? Or
I'm not connected to Ursulin at all. I just think that exactly like Isaac said earlier in the thing, that this is being beaten by a dead horse when there's no new information. There is no 100% proof. I saw in the court docket that the mom said that the coach said to her, it's boys being boys. But there is no proof. Maybe the coach said it in a different way.
Do you think the videos that are in the court docket are real or not?
I don't know because I never watched them all, and neither did you. You only watched one.
Again,
so you don't know if they're all true either.
So you're saying the lawyers are lying?
I'm not saying that the lawyers are lying. I'm saying that the lawyers are giving the mother's perspective.
No. The lawyers are describing the videos that they've seen.
And they're also giving their perspective on what happened. So every time that the child said that kids were saying,
go back. Okay. Hold on. Stop avoiding the videos.
That's all perception and allegation.
Stop avoiding the videos. They descriptively describe the videos in the court docket. Descriptively describe
the videos in the court docket, but people describe things differently all the time.
Let me talk.
I can describe a picture 1,000 times differently than you do.
That is,
Until anybody views the videos,
lawyer was
you don't
on
know if
our
that's
show.
true.
The lawyer was on our show and literally said if he did
I don't care if the lawyer was on the show.
His
He's paying
license.
him to be her
Okay,
lawyer.
ma'am. Okay, hold on. Don't hang up on her yet. I want to talk to her. Okay,
ridiculous.
Yeah, you'll hang up. You'll hang up as soon as people fight back with you.
It's not fighting back. You don't make any sense. You're just going around in circles.
Okay,
you don't make any
No,
sense
you guys
whatsoever.
are going around in circles.
Whatsoever.
Nobody has viewed those
okay.
videos
Luke, let me
except
talk.
for her
Stop.
and her
Just let me
attorney.
talk. Just let me talk, please, both of you. Okay, please. Holy crap! All right, ma'am. Can we agree on a couple things? Let me just give you a couple things. Luke won't talk. It'll just be me and you. Can we agree on a couple things? Okay. Can we agree on the fact that from the beginning, Ursulin leadership handled this incorrectly in one way, shape, or form? Obviously, I think there's more than you think.
I 1,000% agree that the leadership mishandled this from the very beginning. That I do not disagree on.
Okay, cool. Now, moving forward, as you have said, you have not viewed the video, which is okay. Not everybody. I haven't viewed all the video. We ultimately don't know. Shoot, now I lost my point. I'm sorry. I apologize. But I agree with you at this point. There's no new information. You're kicking a dead horse. And I do not blame parents for being backed into a corner. I feel bad for the kids, the cheerleaders, the band members. I feel bad. They're backed into a corner. They've made us the enemy. That's okay. I need you to realize that, like, if you're sent a video and you open it and watch it, you can't be blamed for that. I need you to realize that.
No, and that's how I feel about the kids that received videos on their phones.
Okay, but so what's the point of that? What
My point is that you knew what the video was that you were receiving and you chose to view it, but the kids didn't know what the videos were and they opened them.
Hold on. Okay, Luke, let me talk to her.
We didn't know what the video was.
So when
you knew what the video was when someone sent you knew it was of the alleged case and you opened it up.
How do you know?
Okay, hold on. I'm talking to her. No, hold on. Ma'am.
Stop telling me to be quiet.
No, I'm just, ma'am, when in this process have we ever blamed kids for viewing the video? When have I ever blamed the kids at Ursulin for viewing a video?
You guys have been blaming the entire program since the very beginning.
But what does that have to do with us? I never blamed a kid for viewing a video. No, I think that is the fault of the kids who recorded it and sent it to everybody, and then parents had it and sent it to us. That's not the kid's fault that received the video. I've never once in all of this time said that I'm blaming kids who received video for viewing it. Like, and if they shared it, that's not good. You're supposed to report it. Like, that's bad, obviously. But viewing video that kids recorded these horrible things happening and sending it to the school to try and make themselves look cool, that's what's bad. Like, if you receive a video, that's not your fault. Like, I need you to understand that I never said that.
Viewing it as an adult when you know what's in the video, should you be held liable for that?
How am I supposed to know? How am I supposed to know?
Let me just like play devil's advocate here for a second.
Go ahead.
If one of your children had one of these videos, and even if it was deemed one of the not as bad ones, and they were being sent around, and a bunch of adults were watching them and viewing them, and then screenshotting it and posting pictures of it on Facebook, would you be upset about it?
Yes.
I
agree.
So
with
that is where this ultimately is turning into a media mob mentality, is that people are getting snippets of stories here and there, and we're just only talking about the things that everybody is the most interested in.
Okay.
Rather than taking a deeper dive into, you know, everything about this story. Like, should it stay relevant? Yes, but do we need to continue to talk about it and post about it and have people make nasty, disgusting, vile comments all day long about it, about children and children's parents? Like, no. Like, when something new comes out, continue to talk about it. Like, everybody knows. And if you guys don't talk about it for 4 days, everybody still knows. Like, it's okay. And continuing to bash the people whose lives, whether it's the victim or the defendants, are who have not been prosecuted and found guilty, is just, it's a lot. And these are minor children. So
never once have we said any of the victims' names, any of the players' names, any of that stuff.
You don't have to. Because once that attorney published everything, everybody who is on the internet then just goes ahead and posts it all out there. They post the parents' names. All you have to do is connect 1 and 2.
So would you just prefer us, since the beginning, not to talk about any of this?
I didn't say that you shouldn't talk about it.
I didn't say
that's
you
the
did.
question. That's the question.
Maybe you should just talk about things when new things become relevant,
which is what
rather
we've
than
done.
continuing to talk about the same thing over and over and over and over and over again.
Well, I appreciate your opinion, but we can do what we want
with public information,
how we want, when we want. And you telling us to be quiet is like me telling you to be quiet. It's not going to happen. If you don't like what we're saying, you don't like what we're doing, just block us. Like, I don't understand. Like, why do you feel you have the right to tell us to stop talking about
I didn't tell you to stop talking about it. I would just say I feel like the respect and the relevance of your topics would hold a lot more if you guys were more professional about it and were doing it when it becomes more relevant, rather than continuing to make memes and post Facebook posts and everything else.
We appreciate your advice on how we should and shouldn't run our show. Your opinion is noted. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.
I'm sure you're going to hang up on me now.
Yes, 100%. We are. What? I mean, she was just going round and round and round and round and round.
So I do like, we are kicking a dead horse at this point, and we need to goddamn move on. And
you were saying that before she even called.
I know.
Like,
and
yeah.
And like, you cannot blame people for viewing video that is sent to them. Like, it had no description. It's just a video.
She was trying to make us look bad. Is all she was.
And then she's like, "You're going to get sued for viewing a video."
Not. It was
like,
sent to us.
Holy shit!
Yeah, it's not like And again, there was no nudity, right? No. I mean, they were terrible. Like, they were holding the kid down. We described what it was, holding the kid down. Right. But there was no nudity. Yeah. There was nothing like that.
So we got freaking deplatformed when Luke censor barred it and posted it, because
I didn't post the video. I just posted, but you couldn't even see what it was.
That was so. And yeah, we shouldn't have sent that. We got freaking blocked from Facebook because we posted a censored picture, which was stupid, and it's kids. And yes, correct. But when, like Luke said, Luke's upset. He shouldn't have posted it, but Luke's upset because you have parents attacking us saying it wasn't that bad, and you guys have no business. Like she said, it wasn't. We have no proof that it's not that bad. We had a video. We don't have all of them. There's more video, I guess.
I spoke to,
and we'll find out what happens.
Isaac, I spoke to one of the defense lawyers, okay, who I know personally. He was swearing to me on the phone that the other videos are absolutely terrible and awful.
Okay, we need to move on. We're gonna talk about freedom of speech.
God, yeah, the staph infection.
I'll tell you what though.
What?
Got to give that lady credit. Nobody's ever done that yet.
Call in, yeah.
I give that lady credit. I don't know who she was. She didn't say her name. Not surprised she didn't say her name. That's the beauty of having a show, and you guys know us personally. You have my cell phone. I give that lady credit. she called in
I give her
and she went into the storm and argued with us and disagreed with us. And
I give her credit for giving me a headache.
I respect that.
Can I defend her a little bit?
Sure. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So I don't think the community is, really gotten comfortable with non-curated information. Usually you would get something from the news and they would have to, like, let's just say before you guys did a show, you would have to put your topics through council, right? Internal council.
It would be totally chopped up and
right.
edited.
And so they would say what exposes you, where the liabilities are. They would try to regulate what it is that you said. And that's literally what happens through normal news channels.
Right.
When people can speculate and they can say allegedly and they can give their opinions on things, it's going to be more raw and it's going to be a little bit more confrontational to when you're hearing it. It's not like what you're used to hearing. So
from the normal media.
From the normal media. So especially from a local context, like you got to kind of let people get used to hearing things that, number one, they don't want to hear that, right? Because it's not curated, it's not controlled, and it's not like
it's not fluffy.
Exactly.
And play like from day one, though, I need everybody to realize that I played devil's advocate when that court document dropped, and when I said on the show defending the players and these kids that, hey, you people need to understand that by Ursulin not communicating efficiently, we now have a court document written up by money-hungry lawyers. I called them money-hungry lawyers, and they gave me a hard time. The lawyers gave me a hard time for calling them money-hungry lawyers. Like, you need to understand that's devil's advocate. This information, and she is not wrong about that. This information is coming from lawyers, and they want to make it look as bad as possible.
Which we said day one.
We said
day
on
We said
day
day one. This is totally one-sided.
Here's the beauty of it all. And having this show and everything. When you parents try and sue us, okay, you can go back and watch all of these recorded video, send them to your lawyer, have your lawyer's intern go watch all of the video where we said that.
We have done.
So please, for the love of God, don't blame us, blame management. I want to talk about Jimmy goddamn Kimmel. Can we please talk about Jimmy goddamn Kimmel?
They want us to go through the things that we can. What? They want us to go through the comments.
Let's go through the comments and read the comments. Go up from the top.
From the top.
Oh, you want me to go up further?
Yeah.
Is that what you were saying to me?
From the top.
From the top.
Wait. Let's just read. Fire off some comments. Michelle says, "Who is blaming kids?" Michelle says, "It was in a Snapchat." Michelle says, 100%. Stephanie says, "They saw something happen and said nothing. As a result, they lost their season." Michelle says, "Read the filing." Michelle says, "Read the legal doc." Brian says, "It was in the freaking text message." Read the filing. Screenshot is proof. The court filing has the screen. Luke, you're going to blow a valve. Calm down. Stephanie says, "Lord, get the privilege. Woe is me. Johnny and Susie want to play their tubas and pom-poms women off the phone." See, I do feel bad for the kids. She's living in a dream world. Go read the court filing and look at the screenshots.
It's good to know
this is becoming unlistenable. I know it was really bad there for a minute because they were just yelling at each other. John says, "See something, say something. These kids aren't being taught what is and isn't inappropriate behavior." Amen, John. Michelle says, "What they were blamed for was not telling the coach. It isn't their fault for receiving it. Watching it is also not the problem. Not playing devil's advocate, just being the devil themselves. What was it is what is done afterwards." Okay, just we got it's just it was just chaos, just like when we were talking to her. Okay. Move it. Go ahead.
Wait, it's their listeners. I don't know. I have never heard you guys bash anyone except administration.
Thank you, Chris. I mean, we really haven't.
No, I'm not bashing kids. When have we ever bashed
never.
Kids? Even the kids, like, for sending it. Like,
never.
They're just freaking kids doing stupid shit.
If you watch our first thing, I was actually saying keep the football season going.
Where I get upset is where that lady's trying to say that we're spreading and viewing child pornography. Right. Like, bro, come on now. Like, come on.
Dude, she's just trying to.
You guys are going to get sued Come on.
Trying to make us look bad.
Right.
Now, if you guys found out that the diocese of the church had to put things through council, and when it got tied up in litigation, they couldn't say anything, would you forgive them a little bit for not having transparency when they couldn't talk about it?
Say that again one more time. Sorry.
So if this stuff happened, and when they put it through council for the diocese or the church, that they were told not to talk about it, even though it would have been good to talk to the public about it, they couldn't because it was under litigation.
The diocese is telling them not to talk about it.
If it was tied up, if there was a civil suit or a criminal suit involved, and their attorney said you can't say anything publicly,
right? But I think that's what they hid behind after the fact, and I think the decisions that they should have made is why people are critiquing and why we're critiquing. And here's the thing. We're just giving our opinions of what they should have done. You don't have to agree with my decision of what they should have done, but I think that we have a platform and I want to give my opinion. They should have suspended those coaches and suspended those kids immediately, and there would have been a lot of kickback. But it's how they handled the situation. And then they say, oh, it's in court and we're not allowed to talk about it.
Well, it would be the optics where everything that was in public opinion would have a bunch of travel,
right?
And then the church couldn't defend themselves because it was under litigation, and it would seem like they were sweeping it under the rug.
Right.
Wouldn't you prefer to have all conversations after litigation proving what was true, what was not, what was chargeable, what they didn't have enough evidence for before you talked about it?
From a legal point of view, yes, I would say that. But from the court of public opinion, this goes on everywhere.
Well, when you're a company or you're a church or you're a school, I don't think you're allowed to have a public opinion angle on it until the litigation is done.
I would still say you could do marketing or public relations.
It's fair. It's a fair argument.
I would still say you should do public relations because, like it or not, you're still a business, which is what that is. And as a business, if the second a business says we can't talk about it because it's under litigation, the public immediately flips it to they're hiding.
Because you could take the approach of the opposite and say, here's what I'm allowed to tell you, here's what I'm not allowed to tell you. And I will give you as much information that I possibly can because I want you people to know that we're not hiding anything. But they didn't
even
do that.
Like in a congressional hearing, when a director is hit with something that would exonerate or look good on his case, they say this is within an ongoing investigation and I can't comment on it right now. So they might not be allowed to say half the stuff that would make it look better as part of their case.
But no, seriously, I think we're beating a dead horse and we should seriously move on. And then here's the thing. We move on. If new information comes, like she said, she argued that we have no information to go on. We have zero information to go on, and we're just beating a dead horse. If new information comes out and we talk about whatever that new information is, I don't want to hear shit from anybody about how there's no new information coming out and you guys are beating a dead horse.
Okay? I don't think we're beating a dead horse either. By the way,
at this point we are.
Well,
you guys beat dead
right
horse.
now.
You did.
But because, dude, like you won. I mean, whatever. The kids don't have a football season anymore. There's no. I don't want to burn Ursulin to the ground.
Over the last month, every time I would post something, it would be the diocese released something, the cops released something, the lawyer. That's when I would post stuff.
Right.
I wasn't just randomly posting things.
Right.
You understand that?
Yeah.
And I'll stand by that 100%.
The problem where you screwed up was when the parents came after us and you posted that picture. Yeah. That is not good. And we got in fucking trouble for it. Excuse my language.
All right. So Jimmy Kimmel. What do you want to talk about Jimmy Kimmel?
Okay.
Talk about eliminating an opinion.
Let me pull up my notes here. Okay.
And Stephanie, I was just doing devil's advocate, and I understand. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to jump over to politics here, national politics. And I think a lot of people on the right are going to get mad at me for this. But do you think Jimmy Kimmel, after the government pressures his bosses, should be fired for what he said, even if it was false information?
Did the government press? Did the government press?
That's what I heard. Did you,
dude? I heard the interview with the director of the FCC.
Okay,
and he made some threats, some veiled threats that if they didn't,
Kimmel did.
No, the director of the FCC.
Okay.
basically said that either they're going to play nice or they're going to play hard, which is a veiled threat that if they didn't play nice, and you can extrapolate that he was alluding to getting rid of Kimmel, or when the group that was trying to buy additional radio stations put in their deal, that it was going to be denied.
What exactly? And here's the thing. I don't think 80% of the people commenting on this stuff know what Kimmel said. What exactly
Kimmel said
did Kimmel say?
Kimmel said that, what was it, Joe?
It was weak as shit, by the way. He basically said that the MAGA were trying very hard not to claim this as one of their own. Is the joke.
Yeah. So it was they have zero proof that the shooter was leftward leaning. Okay. Which wherever you stand on that, I mean, the dude had "catch fascist" written on the bullet. Which side of the spectrum loves the word fascist? It's not the right side.
No.
So whether you agree with Kimmel or not, I have been accused of being a Republican. I've been accused of being left. I will always stand on the side of freedom of speech. Go ahead.
Can I read it?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, Kimmel. We hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang, desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it. In between the finger pointing, there was grieving on Friday. The White House flew the flags at half-staff, which got some criticism, but on a human level, you can see how hard the president is taking this. The show then cuts to a clip of a reporter offering his condolences to Trump for the loss of his friend and asking him how he's holding up over the last day and a half. Trump responds by saying, "I think very good." And by the way, right there, you see all the trucks. They've just started construction of a new ballroom in the White House, which is something they've been trying to get, as you know, for 150 years. Okay. The show cuts back to Kimmel. Yes, he's in the fourth stage of grief and construction, demolition, construction. This is now how an adult grieves for the murder of someone he called a friend. This is how a 4-year-old mourns a goldfish. Okay, and it didn't just happen once. The show then cuts back to Trump on Fox News describing the moment he learned of Kirk's death. When I heard it, I was in the midst of building a great for 150 years, they've wanted a ballroom at the White House, right? They don't have a ballroom. And he goes on and said, okay. Kimmel then says, and we installed the most beautiful chandelier, sconces you wouldn't believe. There's something wrong with them. There really is. I mean, who thinks that? And why are we building a $2 million ballroom in the White House? It's possible he's just doing it intentionally so we could be mad about this instead of the Epstein list. By the time he's out of office, the White House will have slot machines and a water slide.
Okay.
Wait, no. Can I keep going?
Yeah,
sorry. Go ahead. Do you want me to or not?
No, go.
All right. On Friday, he stopped by. On Friday, this is Kimmel again. On Friday, he stopped by the always friendly morning crew at Fox. Whenever Trump goes on Fox and Friends, it's funny because the hosts are eager for him to be responsible. They spell it out for him all the time. They desperately want him to avoid having a nod along with any crazy contradictions. So they give him the question, their preferred response. I don't know. Is that all he said?
Yeah, that was it.
Okay,
weak as shit.
That's all he said was
weak
that.
Shit. Weak as shit.
He was harassing Trump.
Yeah,
not even Kirk. He said nothing negative about Kirk's death. Wow.
So, and even with all of these people, like I am starting to change my mind about all of these people that were dancing on Kirk's grave. And now the government has made a list of people that were doing it and like sending it to employers. And like, so I just hate the fact that the left has cancel culture. The right has consequence culture. And what I disagree with is when both sides do that, because the problem is, and you're both hypocrites. Both sides are hypocrites because now I see a whole lot of the right online saying, well, now that we're the ones in charge and we're the ones doing it, I totally think it's right. And no, at no point in time should the government the federal government speak to an employer and say, hey, your employee is saying this, is thinking this, or is doing this, and you should fire them. And then the employer fires Kimmel. I understand that late night is dying and Kimmel Kimmel probably doesn't get much attention.
He would have died anyway on his own.
Yeah, he would have died on his own. But the
They've tried to
employers
get
now
rid of him a couple times, haven't Kimmel?
Yeah,
Right?
he's not doing
and the employer can be like, well, the government pressured us. We can cut this. We can save money, and we're good. So they're like, yeah, let's just do it. But does the right not remember? Do you people on the right not remember during COVID when the government was reaching out to Twitter, when the presidency was reaching out to Twitter and deplatforming doctors? Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
I remember being so goddamn mad because they were controlling the narrative. They were pressuring Twitter. They had government organizations pressuring Twitter to remove doctors that had opinions on COVID because that was against big pharma and that was against the $52 billion that was made off of COVID. Do you remember that? Now the shoe's on the other foot, and you hypocrites are going to say, no, it's cool because it's Trump and you're not allowed to talk about Trump. No, the same rules apply as before. If the government has the power to call up late night and say, hey, you have to remove him or else, it could be something way, 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 way worse in the future. Way worse. You have to remove this person because of they're speaking out against whatever topic. You're setting a precedent. Both sides have to realize that freedom of speech is important. Now, I don't know, and we can argue over employers just saying, hey, my employee said this racist thing or this thing, and we're going to remove them. That's the employer's opinion. But when you have a government organization pressuring employers to remove employees, that's when I have a problem. I don't care what side it's on. That's wrong. And that is freedom of speech that you right-wing people have protected for so long. And now the shoe's on the other foot. It's fine now because it's my team. When are we going to realize the stupid, like, people view politics, like these nerds in politics that never grew up playing sports view it as their sports team. It's like the Browns versus the Steelers. Like, oh, Roethlisberger's a piece of crap because he did all these terrible things. And I hate the Steelers, and Steelers fans are pieces of garbage just because of, their sports team. That's what politics is becoming, and it's disgusting.
Yeah, and then when your team, a member of your team does something wrong, you're like, well, let's
Miles Garrett picked up a helmet and smashed a Steelers quarterback over the head.
He's a crap because he's on my team.
He's on my team. He's fine. This is different. This is the future of our goddamn country.
I think you deserved it.
Right, of course, as a Browns fan. But this is the future of our goddamn country. You people need to stop listening to what your political team tells you and just have your ideas and stick to your guns. Just stop. Stick to your guns.
You've stayed consistent on this.
Yeah, and I'm completely consistent on this because I remember my employer being said, hey, you guys have to get the vaccine or else because the government's pressuring us. That's bullshit. And now the opposite's happening.
This all goes back to the vaccines. 100%.
And now it's the exact same thing. And you people, you hypocrites, because you're not independent thinkers. You're not independent thinkers. Okay? You're just going by what your team's telling you. And the left, you're just as bad because now we get to say, do you understand how this feels? Now you get a taste of what it was like when you were calling us street rats because we didn't get the vaccine. Now you know what it's like. And our employers were threatening us to get vaccines because of what we wanted to do with our own bodies. But the government is pressuring our employers, and now you know what it's like. So please, for the love of God, moving forward, understand that this is why it's important to me. This is why it's important to us. But no, like, how are you supposed to defend your argument against those people? Because they can now say, look what you did. You did the exact same thing. You're hypocrites too.
Lot of ranting today on our shows.
That makes me so angry.
Let me give you a hypothetical, and I want you to tell me how you want your employer to react. Yeah. I plop you on radio. You're doing an opinion piece in the mornings on terrestrial radio.
Right.
A car dealership says, I really hate what Isaac's saying. And they go to your station manager and say, we don't like what Isaac is saying. Yeah. And we're going to pull out of ads unless you get rid of them. What do you want your employer to say?
So I think when it comes to private, like not so my biggest thing is it's the national government pressuring. Right. Okay. So I think that up front, it's the business's duty to get with their sponsors and say, listen, this is who you're sponsoring. This is the guy you're sponsoring. If you don't like it, get out now. But you're going to sign a contract that says you're cool with this guy saying whatever the hell he wants. I don't even know if they would sign that document, but it's like, you understand what I'm all about. You understand what this guy's all about. He might have some crazy opinions, but you gotta stick by him, you know? And then if they still pull out, they still pull out. But that's private. What I don't want.
So the second part of the hypothetical, if the FCC comes to that same radio station and says some stuff that makes people mad, we get complaints all the time about his show, we're going to pull your license unless you get rid of Isaac.
It's different because, and I might not even think that it's right. I think that investor or that sponsor or whoever it was, I think they're weak because they're worried about what people think. I think to a certain degree, I think they're weak, and I think it's wrong, and I don't think they should do that. I think they should know what they're signing up for and sponsor them. But the complete difference in the government is the government has the power to put you in goddamn jail. So the government is different because that is our founding fathers wanted you to have freedom of speech and freedom of religion and all these ideas and opinions and speak out against the government. They wanted us to be able to do that because without that, you have a tyrannical government. That's why the Second Amendment's in place to protect the First Amendment. We have guns so that they can't tell us what to do. Okay? So if you have a government pressuring an employer to stop Kimmel from saying bad things about Trump, it's not the end of the world. Okay? It's not the end of the world that they told Kimmel that he can't say bad things about Trump, like, oh, you're not allowed to speak bad, whatever. What's worse is in the future when it's 10 times worse than this. And it's like, hey, you guys are saying, you know, we're making these laws that is completely racist or completely this or completely that. And you're speaking out against it. And we're gonna deplatform you because even if all the stuff we said is bad, we don't care. We're in charge, and you're going to do what we say, or else.
All right,
it could be way worse.
Devil's advocate here. What do you think of the people making posts about Charlie Kirk on Facebook, and then their employers firing them?
So, I
would ask you that too.
You can agree or disagree with it. Okay, you can agree or disagree with it. That is the employer's. That is an employer and an employee. Like we talked about.
Okay, what's the difference between Jimmy Kimmel and that?
If an employer,
Jimmy Kimmel's employer, fired him,
fires Kimmel.
Yep.
The difference is the third party, which is the government. The government went to Jimmy Kimmel's employer and said, you have to get rid of him or else. If it's just an employee or an employer with absolutely no pressure from the government and they say, we're going to let you go, you can't say these horrible things.
Do we know for a fact the government made
a phone call?
We know for a fact. I mean, that's confirmed.
Well, that's part of my question to him. So I'll answer that here after I pitch it to him.
Go ahead.
So if you're Jimmy Kimmel and you're on a network that is broadcast over the airwaves, and part of your license says this license is extended so long that the content does a public good, right? So by you taking a partisan slant on it, you are not doing a full public good. You are only doing a portion of the public good. You're catering to an audience that are more liberal, that agree with you, but you're alienating parts. Now, if the FCC said, we're not canceling your FCC license because of your opinion, we're doing it because you broke the agreement that you're not serving the total public good, you're only doing a partisan deal.
See, I would less is more with the government. I don't think the government, the more power you give them.
Are you not breaking that if it's a total public good and you're playing a partisan angle? Knowing it, like you can go to a private cable only station that doesn't have an FCC license, and you can say whatever you want because you're private.
Right.
You played that game for the viewership.
Right. That's an interesting question. Yeah, if you're not playing within the guidelines, you get in trouble. But I think it should be like I completely disagree with Kimmel. And I mean, the bullet said catch fascist. That is rhetoric from the left. Also, where more information is coming out, the shooter had a partner, and the partner is transitioning from male to female. I don't know. Like, that is what I'm reading online. If you ask ChatGPT, that's what ChatGPT says from pulling a bunch of articles online. That is where it's good. That's the direction it's going. If that's the case, like, he obviously wasn't MAGA. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's not right wing, obviously.
I don't think Jimmy Kimmel said he was. Jimmy Kimmel was saying
Jimmy Kimmel said he said MAGA's trying to put him on the left, and he's not. I don't think he's on the right.
He said he's not?
Yeah.
I don't
He said MAGA, as hard as they're trying to label him left, he's not.
Oh. Well, he's definitely left. I mean,
yeah, he's not right.
Confirmed.
He's not right wing. So, like, I disagree with him. And that's the beauty of America. I disagree with him and what he's saying, and I think it's stupid, and I think viewers are going to stop watching if you keep leaning one direction.
Yeah,
and that aren't going
the natural consequences of if I don't like you anymore and you say things I don't like, I have to buy from you.
Stop watching.
It's exactly right.
But the government,
you guys say this all the time.
The government has no reason to step in, and it's so wrong that the government steps in, contacts his employer, pressures his employer to remove him. It's the same exact thing as the government creating organizations to pressure Twitter that anybody who speaks out against COVID gets deplatformed.
Well, this stuff's all related.
That is wrong.
Let's go back to the original example. So let's just say you did that show on talk radio. Right. And you did a negotiation with that advertiser that said, this is who I am.
Right.
You have an agreement with another person, and so long you stuck to your lane, they were going to tolerate what it is.
Right.
What if they reneged on their agreement and then said, we're going to cancel you anyway? Or what if you stepped out of your lane and did something?
Yeah.
Right? That's the consequences. That's an authentic because you negotiate up front.
Right.
All right.
So
if
so then I would have grounds to sue that and sponsor if they sign on the dotted line saying that,
if Jimmy Kimmel was not serving the total public good, he broke out of his lane and he was breach of his agreement.
Yeah.
So yes, I agree with you. If the FCC was in the wrong here, right, then I would say, this is overreach. But it was clearly Jimmy Kimmel, the one that broke out of the lane and didn't serve the total public good. Legally. And that's what, to your end, where if you have an employee that starts talking shit about Charlie Kirk,
that's the way I look.
All I want.
That's the way.
All I want is both sides to realize this. Like, the left getting pissed about this, I want you to realize this is the same exact thing as the past. I know you're saying the FCC or whatever, but this is why I was pissed. Okay, so understand that. Be a human and understand why I was upset and why people were upset and why you're going to freaking gatherings and people are like treating you like shit because you're not vaccinated or whatever. That is so wrong. Okay. It's the exact same feeling that you're feeling now. And now the right is being hypocritical and saying, oh no, it's cancel culture is fine as long as it's our team. Like, no.
I'm more aligned with you than you think. I'm making some arguments against it because there's just factual things, and it's a cool way to to process. So let's just say an employee came up to you, and during the interview process, they said, Luke, I'm really good at what I do and whatever, but I really think the conservative people, I'd be happy if conservative people were killed, right?
Yeah.
Would you hire them? No. So after the fact, if you find out,
how good is he at his job? How much money is he making?
Consideration.
How much money is he making?
How many loans a month?
Yeah, if this dog is closing 20 loans a month, you know what? I don't like him either. No, I don't know. I don't know if they should be killed. I mean, you might want to think about that.
maybe.
Let me help him bring those feelings internal.
And that is something that the employee and the employer need to work out. If he doesn't hire you, man, sorry, tough shit. You have your opinions. That's not the direction his company wants to go. But that third party gets involved. That government gets involved because they don't like what you're saying. That's when I have puts pressure on the employer. That is not okay in my book.
But I'm with Isaac
doesn't
more
matter,
that
if it doesn't matter what side of the freaking aisle it's on.
If it was just the employer, so if it was just CBS, what is it? The NBC, whatever it is.
Yeah.
If it was just them with no pressure from the government,
right,
it would be okay.
Yes.
Right.
But if the government is starting to say, hey, I'm not going to give you this,
right,
if you don't get rid of him, that's blackmail.
Right.
I mean, that is blackmail.
Yeah.
from
Terribly uncomfortable when when the government gang tackles someone.
Yeah.
And when the public through the mob to gang tackle.
Because
both those things.
Well, the public through the mob is, I see, and again, that's not as bad as the government.
You just got canceled because you had a mob gang tackle your page and you got suspended for 7 days.
Right.
Wouldn't you like it though that if the mob said something, you could defend yourself and they decided after it, but
there were other so that's the thing. Life's not black and white. There are multiple variables, right? So there are multiple variables involved in that decision. Number one, we made an agreement with Facebook and we broke the agreement.
Sure.
Which that we broke their code of conduct or code of ethics or whatever, and we fucked up.
Right.
So that's on us. We got suspended. We're working it out. Number two, those bastards are making us pay for Meta Verified.
Right.
And if we would have paid for goddamn Meta Verified, we would have been back up and running within a
Would you
day.
have felt
but they want
better-
their $150.
would you have felt better that they didn't suspend you until there was an investigation and they found that everything was credible, right? If they would have,
No, because I'm playing by their rules. I'm on their platform. I'm playing by
well,
their
that was
rules.
our caller's deal, is that
Yeah.
in public opinion, we weigh things that haven't been proven and not gotten through the court. We make decisions and people get penalties
don't-
before it's
I don't,
legitimately.
as a person, I don't have to wait for the courts.
Yeah.
Like, I'm allowed to talk about whatever.
Well, sure. And that's one of the dangers, is having this being felt.
Right.
Do we trust the courts to come up with truth so that we can make decisions on things that can be proven?
Yeah. So, which is why I bet every dollar I own that next time something comes up with Ursulin or any single school in our community, something pops off, they are going to change how they communicate with the public of what's going on.
Guarantee it.
They're going to change.
And if you
They're
don't
going
think-
to be
if you
better.
don't
They're
think-
going to do a better job of
and
being
if you don't
transparent.
think other schools are watching what happened and
Yeah.
not changing the
Yeah.
way they do things, like,
Well, what about on the other side, where the mobs see that all they have to do to take you guys offline is mass report,
100%.
and then they
Yeah.
don't wait for something actual to happen. They
Start
just
doing it.
do it.
I
To
mean,
take
they're
you
probably,
offline.
I'm sure some moms over there right now.
Oh,
Just report.
I guarantee it.
Yeah, right.
Sure.
So how many people
Yeah.
got canceled because
Right.
somebody
Right.
said they were dancing on Charlie Kirk's grave,
Right.
and they never
Yeah.
did or said anything?
And the other thing too is, like, we're only human. Like, how many people are out there that you think that said like Charlie Kirk deserved to die or whatever, right? And it's like I was just doing what all the cool kids were doing. Like, there is so much of that on the left, in the right, that like, oh, all of my people are doing this, I'm going to do it too because I want to be cool. I want to be just like everybody else. So they say that, and they're like, I didn't even freaking mean. Why did I say that? I didn't even mean it.
And
I
you
didn't
lost
even-
your job
and I lost
over
my
it?
job. You lost your living.
Yeah.
Like, that's really, really steep. That's a really, really tough situation to be in. And I do feel bad for that person, especially if they truly didn't mean it, or they truly didn't understand Charlie Kirk's opinions and thoughts. And because I think there are a lot of people out there that like,
they're just jumping on the bandwagon.
Just jumping on the goddamn
they
bandwagon.
haven't heard
When-
one thing he said.
no, when you go
Yeah.
like, oh, I don't agree with anything he says. I don't want to listen to him. I'm not going to go listen to him. He's dead. Who cares? It's like, no, I felt so bad that dude got assassinated. I watched so many videos over the past week. It's like half of the shit that he says I agree with. Some of the stuff I don't agree with.
Yeah.
But like, he doesn't deserve to be killed
No one deserves to be killed
in
like
front
that.
of thousands
Yeah,
of people
that's
and your kids and your
crazy.
wife. Like, come on, guys.
But do you think your consequences with getting mob banned off of Facebook will add more responsibility and make you govern what you say?
100%.
A little different?
Yeah, I don't think.
Not you.
No, dude, there's no way I'm freaking around with posting pictures of
I won't
at
post
all.
pictures.
Absolutely not.
And again, redacted picture that the attorney said wasn't bad.
You'll never come off
censored.
it. I know it.
Yeah, but like, you can't. You got to stay
Again,
within. You got to
I'm
play.
sorry I got it suspended. I'm not sorry. I
If
posted
you-
it
if
because
you
it wasn't
agree-
anything wrong with it.
Yeah.
I truly, but there was nothing illegal. There was, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but those consequences teach some
I-
people that the First
yeah.
Amendment comes with the responsibilities of consequences.
I did not break any laws. I did not break anything wrong. I truly believe that 100%, right? I broke Facebook's policies is what it was.
Yep.
That's all it was. But nothing illegal. You know what I mean? Like Isaac, the lady calling saying, oh, you guys were doing illegal. No, it wasn't. Like, you can't, like, in order to say we opened something and it's illegal, like, that's ridiculous.
You
I
guys-
could
you
say,
guys
I could
viewed-
say, like, I could get on a fake phone. Let's just say this: get on a fake phone, burner phone, send you freaking kiddie porn. You open it. What she's saying is you're guilty.
Yeah.
You understand?
I do.
That's what that lady's saying. That's not how that works. I mean, it's not how it works. Now, if you open the kiddie porn and you sent it to Isaac and said, "Hey, check this out.
Check this out. I love this. I'm Joe."
Right.
They're gonna cut this segment out, and you're
Right,
getting
well,
banned
I'm
again.
sure. But I'm sure it's probably numbers are dropping right now. But if that happened, you would then be guilty, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
let's just
Just
say
having a video in our messenger.
or
That, by the way, is not does not have any nudity. Don't come for us. No, that wasn't. It's not the worst of the videos. But and I understand the opinion that the parents haven't seen it, so they don't know how bad it is. I get that. She hasn't seen it. She doesn't know. But they're gonna.
You saw that?
Yeah, go to Allison's. The next one up. Yep.
I just lost my job over freedom of speech. I work for the county and work in a school who banned me because I said the district hides everything.
That's not freedom of speech. Right, Allison, I feel bad you lost your job, but I commented on an article said, and someone read it and banned me from the location I worked at. That is not freedom of speech. We've talked about this
right
a lot.
Right.
Freedom of speech is when the government suppresses your speech, i.e., I say something, and then the government comes and removes says you can't say that. We're going to take your house, whatever. That is a violation of freedom of speech. You are free to say whatever you want.
Trump sucks. Trump sucks. Trump makes bad decisions. Trump overplays everything. Trump's the worst.
And then
I don't want Trump to be
here.
president anymore.
Right. And then Trump comes in here and says, if you say that again, Isaac.
Yeah. Or just straight up, no words, nothing, just shuts me down.
Right.
Immediately shuts me down. Done.
Are there limitations to it where if you had a kid in kindergarten and the teacher was out in public on social media doing things that you could not, they're drinking and doing drugs and whatever, can you as a parent make an association and say, well, I want that person fired. I want them nowhere near my kid.
So that's different because that is her employer is the school. She has to, I'm sure they have a policy about posting pictures or, out drinking or whatever. And you can't.
So if they have a policy, that's the agreement. So if a city worker says you represent us even when you're not here, I don't want you talking about anything about what your job entails and whatever, different story.
So Allison's saying just for having opinions. So because you work for them, I'm going to bet. Okay. I understand. But because you work for the county, in Ohio is what's it called? The employment state where you get fired for anything.
Fire at will, yeah.
Fire at will.
Oh, she's on hold.
Oh, there's no phone.
You're on hold with the wrong person if you are, Al. I'm sorry.
If you want to tap about talk.
I don't see you on hold. I think you called the wrong thing.
Call again.
But that's the problem. It's like employers can fire you for anything. There's no agreement.
The issue, like I said, with freedom of speech and the topics is the government pressured an employer. The employer fires the employee because of the pressure from the government. That's when it's a freedom of speech issue.
Yeah, we don't have a phone call right now, so unless our phones are down. Oh, there we go. Allison.
All right, caller, you're on.
Okay, this is Allison.
Hi. Hey, Allison.
Hi. Okay, so this stems back to, can you hear me?
Yeah, yep, we got you.
Okay, so this stems back to my kids attend a school district.
Okay.
I was hired for the district last year. I worked for them for a short period of time, and I quit because I witnessed some mandated reporter situations, and I wasn't being treated well as an employee.
Okay.
I was welcomed back as a substitute teacher. While I was subbing, the department that I left started retaliating against me. So I decided it was in my best interest to remove myself altogether. Although my kids attend the school, I do not go to the school anymore.
Okay.
I was really high up in the PTA, and I was told that, I can't fight the schools. I can't
You know, I have to play nice with everyone to keep everything where it's supposed to be, you know, checks and balances. So I no longer do that. Now I went back to the county after all of this happened, and I started working for a preschool. The preschool is within my children's school where I was retaliated against and left last year.
Okay.
Because we rent the space, I work for the county, not for the school.
Got it.
They
like
saw
a
comment.
contract, like a contract. Yeah, right. I got it, Jim.
Yeah, it's like a third-party contract.
Yep.
So I made a comment in August, I guess, on Facebook, saying that, you know, they push everything under the rug. There's all kinds of issues at our kids' school. They saw it. Someone is trolling me. And they called my employer and said, we saw something she said online and we don't like it. She's not welcome in our schools. Damn. I received that message from my employer. I received an email from the head of sub-teaching at the ESC. And now I am asking the school system to tell me exactly what I did wrong.
Wait, the school system?
I want them to tell me firsthand. I want them to have a conversation with me. I have emailed the Board of Education. I have emailed the person who fired me. I have emailed the person who wanted me fired. I have emailed the board. I have emailed everyone. No one will communicate with me. My kids go to this school, and I was banned from my kids' school.
So what? But now you work for the county, though. So what did the county say?
So the county says that the school has a right to say who is allowed to be there. And since I'm a sub, they don't want me there, and my employer has to abide by that, which is legal.
Yeah. Okay.
However, them saying that they don't want me there just based on opinions that I have about my kid's school district is a separate situation. You shouldn't be removing me from my job. I have not done anything wrong in my job.
Right. I mean, I guess the problem is, I feel bad for it, but the problem is, as a contracted employee, they could get rid of anybody they want at any time.
This is your livelihood, though. Like Stephanie says in the comments, this is haven for a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer. This is very complicated. I would talk to a lawyer.
You can,
because it's your livelihood.
Yeah. So what I would do, here's what I would do, is do a freedom of information request. Okay. You send it to the school, to the treasurer. Normally I'd send it to the superintendent and the treasurer. Do a freedom of information request for any and all emails from the superintendent, the county.
I did that.
Did they send you anything?
No one will answer me.
Then you got to get a lawyer because you could press them. I don't know. When did you do it?
A couple days ago.
Okay, you got to give them a couple days.
This started all on Sunday.
Yeah.
And I'm not receiving. Actually, I received one email. Okay, so when I emailed them asking them to tell me what's going on, they said that they wanted to talk to me on the phone. And I wrote back, absolutely not.
No, I wouldn't do that.
You can have a conversation with me via email or in person with my husband and a third-party means of me having documentation.
Allison,
and they will not
Allison, I'll tell you what. Between me and you, here's what we could do if you want. Message us on our new Facebook page. Message us the stuff, and it'll be between us, right? The school and all that stuff, and what happened. And I will do a freedom of information request from us for the emails, because they'll listen to us. I promise. So you want to do that? Which is
sad, isn't that sad?
Well, they see us coming. They're gonna help out. I promise.
School is it?
She didn't say what school.
But it's super sad though, isn't it?
Yeah.
That I'm a community member, a mother.
Yeah. So if you email me the stuff, I don't know what school it is yet.
That's sad. That's sad. I'm a mom in the district. I'm an active member of the community. It is sad that this is how people treat people, and they get away with it every day.
Hey, Allison, you sound like my kids right now.
I think you need a lozenge.
You need a lozenge. You sound like my kids.
I know.
You have kids in the school. You have kids. I know. You have kids in school right now. Do you have kids at school? You have kids coming back from school?
have the kids. I have 3 children.
Yeah,
in this
so they're
school.
coming back, dude. First 2 to 3 weeks of school. That's how everybody
Right.
sounds because everybody's
Yeah.
it just turns into a giant incubation.
Get you a cough drop, man.
All right, go get a cough drop. Hey, message me though, and again, we'll keep it between us. I'll help you out with the
Maybe
Freedom of
some
Information Act and
tea.
see what I can get.
Maybe some tea.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's like listening to RFK, and you're like, God, stop talking.
He's so dude. Am I the only one that thinks like that?
Yeah,
He's
he would.
so
He would make so much more sense. I had to sit through his Joe
Dude.
Rogan interview for 2 hours. I'm like, oh my God,
You
the
told me
voice.
to watch it. I made it 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's brutal. That lady was the same way. I was like, oh my God, you got to do something about that.
Now, if they put a little robot voice for the people who lost their vocal cords,
I would
and it was
rather have that.
you'd
Like,
have that.
Hello,
Yes,
Joe.
exactly.
Like, what's his name?
Sounds like the Weather Channel.
Hello. Today it is sunny and 85 degrees. I would rather listen to that than freaking.
Thank you for having us on Youngstown Studio, Joe.
Thank you, BJ. That's how BJ should talk. Can we do that with BJ whenever he gets
No, he gets a Darth Vader voice.
Does he? That'd be awesome.
for sure.
I am BJ. I love fedoras.
Why does RFK talk like that?
Because he had some kind of thing. I don't. So claims it was a vaccine injury, which is poetic.
He claims it's a vaccine. That's convenient.
Yeah,
Why does he talk like? Did he have like cancer or something or what? Like,
I'm telling you, it's a vaccine injury.
no, it's not. Spasmodic
Modic. This. How did it? Ask it. How did he get that?
is a rare neurological disease that's caused strain on the voice.
How does that? How did he get? How does he claim?
Hello, Joe, please. I'm gonna start just talking like that all day now. How did he get this?
How did RFK get the rare known as so he claims he got that disorder from a vaccine.
Did he really?
That's what he
Well,
claims.
it's personal then. That's why he doesn't like vaccines. It's personal.
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. You know, I figured out. Before we got 10 minutes, we got 9 minutes, right? Before BJ, we got to cut
Oh,
it.
he'll cut you off. He's not even gonna wait.
I figured out through all of this stuff
Mhm.
and everything else,
Mhm.
whenever somebody has a problem, 90% of the time, it's because it's personal.
With us? Yeah.
No, not with us. Just I had a lady the other day message us saying there's a cell phone tower going in near a school,
Yeah, and it's wrong because of all these list of things.
right?
Mhm.
So I did a Google search
Right.
of where she lives.
Right.
It's 200 yards.
Right.
But she's saying it's because of the kids. I think like even like RFK, maybe he has a problem. My point is maybe he like everybody seems to have a problem with stuff because it's personal. Does that make sense? But they'll claim other things. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like this, but then it's other things. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
So
RFK, like,
so yeah, no, it's personal. Like that lady who called in at the beginning.
that's obviously personal.
Yeah.
She
like
obviously
what-
has a tie.
You have a kid, you're a teacher at the school, you're the cheerleading
Everyone,
director.
dude,
you're
everyone that's
something.
attacking
Yeah.
us all the time.
But like I don't blame them.
Yeah.
I don't blame them. Your school is burning, you know?
Yeah.
You have all these seniors are not having the normal senior experience.
Right.
I don't blame it because if it was my kid, I would feel bad too. And I'd be lighting the pitchforks too. But like, don't be mad at us. Be mad at the freaking leadership.
Should we? Okay. So before we go, can we do an over and under of when we get our Facebook page back?
Yeah, let's do it.
You want to do that, Joe?
When would
Yeah.
you like to make
Oh,
it?
okay. Everybody in the comments. It's been 5 days.
No, it's been 6. Tomorrow's 7.
No,
we lost it Saturday.
we lost it Sunday morning at 6 a.m.
Okay, so we were going on 5
We're
days.
going on 5 days. I was hoping it was going to be 3 days.
We need to get
I was hoping it
Meta
would be 3 days. 'cause
we
then I
need to
could do,
get
like, a whole
Meta
Jesus thing,
verified
but
as soon as we get, because the second that page
Yeah.
goes back up, it's gonna be spam.
All right.
Report.
so over under.
So we're picking Sunday at 6:00. You're gonna say over under. for
Or
that.
let's play Price is Right.
How many
Okay.
days from
Let's
now?
play not over under. Let's play Price is Right.
Okay.
Dun-
You're not allowed to overbid. Not allowed to overbid. If you overbid. How many days? It's 5 days. How many days from the original suspension will it be until we come back? Joe.
I'm going with 10. 10 days.
10 days total. So
10 days
5 days.
total.
So sometime next week.
Yep.
So 5 days from now would be like Wednesday.
Okay.
Isaac.
Whatever 7 days is. So Sunday at
It'd be Sunday at 6 a.m. You think we come
Okay.
back?
Yeah, 7 days. A week.
People in the crowd on you. I've never
Ryan
seen so much
says
YouTube, by the way.
Ryan says under 6.
Oh, if you're watching from YouTube,
Come
you
on
subscribe.
down, Ryan.
So Ryan says 6. Carol says
Ryan
10.
Carlson. Come
Ryan
on
says
down.
30.
Carol Hall. Come on down.
Ryan says 30.
Spay and neuter your pets.
Stephanie is not paying attention to the assignment right now.
What do you know? Stephanie has ADD. Who would have thought?
Stephanie is not paying attention to the assignment.
Brian
I
says,
am going to say.
Brian McAdle, come on down.
Are you ready for this one?
30 days.
You ready for this one? I'm firing this out here, and I hate it, and I'm hoping I'm wrong. I'm going to say 60 days.
60 days. Holy shit.
Why do you think 60 days? Did somebody tell you 60 days?
No. I'm so tired of looking at my phone, hoping it goes up, and I think it's just never, because I know people never get their back. Wait, Melody says never.
But it's not removed, it's suspended.
It's suspended.
It's not, they did not say we're deplatformed, it's suspended.
Yes.
Until reviewed by a human being.
It's currently under review. I mean, we could say the review could come back and be like, F you guys.
You guys suck.
And at that point, everybody loses.
Right.
So what happens if we do come back? We got 5 minutes. If we do come back, okay, this is our plan.
Immediately get meta verified.
If we can. Immediately get meta verified.
Yeah.
We're going to have MLO Bros period as a backup. If the other one comes back, I'm going to change the name.
So Ryan is saying, I got linked to video via Facebook. That is our new account. We made it the MLO Bros period on purpose because we want it to be as close to the old name as possible. So when people Google us and look us up, so go follow that page if you haven't already.
Now listen, we will always be on YouTube from now on.
Well, you were saying you were going to change the name to what?
Okay.
I was hanging on that line.
Sorry. If the MLO Bros original page comes back, we'll use that. However, we're going to stream everything to this one too when we can. Okay. We're going to change the name to the MLO Bros Safe House.
Oh, okay.
Right. So everybody knows when we go down,
the other one's already
popped up.
Okay.
My goal is to have both pages. I think our other page had 21,000 followers. It's going to take a while, but our goal should be to have both pages have the same amount of followers, so that way, if one goes down, the other one's back up, and we all run to the safe house. Like you're in trouble, you run to the safe house.
Until we eventually get in trouble on that one too.
then as soon as if the other one goes down, we'll create another one.
Right.
Just keep making.
I want everybody to know I am not paying $150 backup per month for the backup account. I just want everybody to know. So if that one goes down, I'll see ya when I see ya, people.
And the other thing is too, we only have like 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. We can always go to YouTube too.
Until YouTube deplatforms us. YouTube's stricter than Facebook.
What's Trump's one? What's Trump's thing?
Truth.
Truth BJ, social. Can we start streaming to Truth?
So Charlie Kirk was Rumble. Trump is Truth Social, and then you got
Rumble's conservative.
Why don't we start streaming it? Do the liberals have one?
Yeah, for sure.
Let's stream to all of them.
What's that new liberal social platform? Blue something? We should definitely stream
BJ,
on Blue.
Why have you not streamed us all this stuff?
Just all of them. Cover all the bases.
What about a Roku channel?
Can
we do a Roku channel?
Do it.
No, you do it. I don't know how to do that. I started to try and do it the other day because I've been so bored not doing stuff. Dude, it's a lot. Yeah. Do you ever try and do that?
Well, most of them really, it's hard to get any kind of viewers unless you post there. And I just don't go over to those smaller platforms just because I've already trying to do Facebook and trying to do YouTube. It just becomes another thing you have to nurture, So if you're cool with posting on Rumble regularly, then you can get viewers.
We just do it right from StreamYard or now?
Oh yeah. Once you get an account,
just stream it all automatically.
Okay. Before we go,
right?
Yeah, we'll stream to everything. Before we go,
we got 3 minutes.
We got 3 minutes.
Oh my God.
This is at the very end of the show when we do a little bit I like to call I'm going to piss Joe off really bad.
No, you better.
Not at the end.
Give her advertising.
Oh, yeah, before we start. Before we go. Advertising. Thank you so much for watching MLO Bros. Please, if you haven't already, follow us on Facebook. Follow us on subscribe to our YouTube channel because we're getting deplatformed. Please, if you need to buy or sell a home, please call us. We're both loan officers. We're both real estate agents. We would love to have you as our clients. We'll take care of you. Also, if you want to start your own podcast, you can call Joe. Joe will take care of you. He'll get you in here. You can talk about how awesome Ursuline schools are or how awesome all these things are that we don't agree with. And that's okay because you have a voice and you should get it out there if you have the personality to do so.
Hey, maybe
before we go,
you can call and get your own podcast.
Before we go,
you got 1 minute. Go.
1 minute. Piss off Joe. I'm going to piss off Joe right now.
Yeah, let's do it.
I've always wanted to be a little brother to Joe because I basically am, and I'm super annoying and I love him. And I've done this to Luke forever, and it's going to really piss off Joe.
No! He's drinking Joe's drink. Oh my God, you're the worst. It's just. Oh my God.
I'm so caffeinated right now. I'll see you guys on Tuesday.
Joe's drink. That was so gross.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you for listening to this show on Youngstown Studio. This is original Youngstown content. Feel free to share our videos and tell your friends about us. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook. Thank you for your support.